Old bikes are pretty cool. Old Japanese bikes, pretty affordable. Put those together and you've got a lot of young kids that'll jump on a bike they just bought and ride it down the road and then wonder what the hell just happened to their brakes. So when you buy an old bike, the first thing you need to do is go through the brakes. Here I'm going to show a video on the rear brakes of a 1982 Yamaha XJ750.
First you unscrew that nut right there. That's the brake adjustment. Off it comes.
Take out the cotter pin. Don't reuse it. They're cheap. Buy a new one.
Next up, the tension bar.
After banging my knuckle, I found this was probably a better way to do this. Pulling out that cotter pin. That big cotter pin can be a bitch to get out. Yeah, the cobwebs on your tools aren't really necessary to complete this task, just in case you're wondering.
Here I tapped on it a couple of times gently with a mallet, not a hammer and not hard. You don't want to mushroom the end of that when you're pushing it out, or hellfire, brimstone.
And out comes the spindle.
And just like that, out comes the brake drum lid thing.
Ah, yeah, backplate. It's a backplate.
Wiggle, wiggle, pull off to the side, wiggle some more, and out comes the tire. As long as you have it on the center stand, because boy, would that be awkward watching your bike, fall over. Extra tip. It's a good idea to do this in a garage if you have one. I don't have one. And it's monsoon season, yay!
Time to take the brakes apart. These old brake pads can strip right off of there and get locked up and everything. I call it delamination. And you don't want that to happen unless you're looking forward to becoming strawberry jam. So anytime you buy an old bike, this should be the first thing you go and replace.
Right about here I realized, oh hell, I'm playing with asbestos barehanded. Yep, I'm gonna go have a sandwich now.
So be smarter than me and wear some gloves.
The guy that sold me this bike, he gave me the weirdest damn look when I said, hell no, I'm not riding that thing home after paying you for it. But, between you and me, 35-year-old bike, would you want to hop on it? Back brake was stiff, and God knows the history. So, yeah, here we are. Don't forget to mark the thing there when you're taking it off, so you know where it goes back on. Everyone's probably heard that saying about using the right tool for the right job. Well, a hammer ain't the right tool, that's for damn sure. Screw it. Let's just fast forward in time, pretend it worked on the first try. So, hey, look at that. There it is, sitting on the table.
Got a little too enthusiastic, I guess, and knocked the camera down low. Sorry about that. Of course you wash everything out. Put some fancy red grease back on there so everything goes smoothly. And you put the cam back in, and voila.
Oh, that's a beautiful thing. Yes. I think they were on top because of gravity.
Bolt it all back down. Onto the brake pads. Nice trick to get these to pop on there is you sort of bite down with the middle. Try not to get them backwards. And maybe you'll be smart and find a better way to do this without the rod there making things unstable. Not sure why I thought that was a bright idea. But it worked. Hopefully you got a new tire while it's off. And maybe you'll even consider putting in some new bearings. We'll fly through this one since that's not the main point of this. There's 3 to take out. That was 1. There's 2. Sometimes they stick on your thing there, or drift.
That's what I'm using.
Knock out the 3rd. Remember, there's a part in there. Make sure you get these in the order. Pack your new bearings. And when you're done packing, pack them more. We'll just kind of jump over some of this. And use one of your old bearings. Set it on top and tap around with a hammer so that you get everything to go in straight. Like so. Go slow, work your way around so you can keep a good sight of how straight it is. Anyway, no reason to bore you with the hammering, so we'll move right along here. Just know that if you've got the tire off to do brakes and put a new tire on, you haven't done this before on an old bike, probably worth it. And back to the brakes and putting things back. Put a little moly grease in there. Got it open, you might as well. And put a little more on the drive hub. In goes the brake drum. Might take a little shimmying to get it in there, but in it goes. Pop a squat and get in a good position to get that wheel up there. I make it look harder than it needs to be. Add a little more moly grease here. Coat it good. And in goes the shaft. Like so. Go slow, make sure everything's good. Once you've got it in, lined up, tighten down your pinch bolt there just above my fingers, front of my fingers. There you go. Tighten down the pinch bolt. Make sure it's good and tight or you'll find it spinning while you're doing the other side. And use your torque wrench. I can't remember off the top of my head what the setting is. Maybe 70 pounds, I'm guessing. And you'll want to kind of line it up so that the castle nut leaves a spot for you to get that new cotter pin back in there. Bend the sides of the cotter pin back to lock it in. And there you have it. And throw a little bit more grease on your connector here. We'll call this the adjuster dowel holder. Cinch things down. You'll want to keep a little pressure on the spring while you're getting the nut tied down because the curved inside of that can get worn out. I had to replace mine because the previous owner did not pay much attention to that. And the whole point of that curve is to hold it in place. Here, you want about a centimeter of movement, and you're probably pretty close. New rear brakes. And now, you get to do the front brakes.